Hurricane Dorian, it's now a deadly Category 3 storm, remains stalled over the Bahamas, about 100 miles east of West Palm Beach. At least 5 people are confirmed dead in the Abaco Islands. The storm's been battering Grand Bahama Island for more than 24 hours now. The Red Cross says more than 13,000 homes have been ripped apart. A life-threatening storm surge of up to 15 feet remains a threat there. Meanwhile, the storm's creeping closer to the United States, with outer bands now reaching parts of Florida. Let's bring in the Associate Administrator for the Office of Response and Recovery at FEMA,
Jeff Byard. Jeff, what's the latest?
First of all, thank you for having us. I appreciate what the media does. You're a very important part of our team of getting the message of Dorian out. Dorian is, as you know, basically stationary. So, we continue to prepare in Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, and North Carolina. We ask our citizens that are in the potential impacted area to make sure that you're still paying attention to a very slow-moving storm. So here at FEMA,
Jeff, that's an important point. Is as obviously a Floridian that's been through way too many of these, the storms don't always go the way they're supposed to go. A lot of times when they're close to shore, they'll tick left or right. So while the forecasters right now are saying it's not going to hit Florida or other states, of course, just a few days ago, it was going to be a direct impact. So are you trying to keep people alert and on guard against possible changes?
That's a very accurate assessment. These storms, they are unpredictable, as you well know. The governors in those 4 states are doing an outstanding job getting the message out to their citizens, and we're there to support. But, FEMA will remain vigilant till this storm is well off our coast and nobody's in danger. We've got what we need to support, again, from North Carolina all the way to Florida. I've never seen a storm just basically, be stationary. So it's a very, difficult task to keep your mind focused on that for as long as we have with Dorian. But we're doing it, and y'all are doing a great job of continuing to get the preparedness message out. We really can't thank you enough for that.
Thank you so much.
So Jeff, given the stationary aspect of this storm, unmoving, practically unmoving for 2 days now, as it batters the Bahamas, the warnings that FEMA give to people about withdrawals, either commandeered withdrawals or phased withdrawals, what kind of an impact does that have on human nature of people along the Florida coast saying, well, it's really not as bad as we thought and it's not coming here? Isn't that make your job more difficult?
It can. It's very important to note that, FEMA doesn't issue the evacuation orders. That is done at the local and state level. We're there to support that. But you're exactly right. We are Floridians and all those on the coast are, unfortunately used to hurricanes, but they're out there for a few days and then they hit, then they're, then they go through the state or whatever that impacted state is, and we start the tough work of recovery. With Dorian, it's almost like Groundhog Day every day for the past couple of days.
Thank you so much, Jeff. Greatly
Byard,
appreciate it. And you talk to people obviously down in the affected area, and that's what everybody says, that it has been like Groundhog Day
so hard to predict,
because it's been sitting off the coast. And you really, until this morning, this is the first morning where it really does look like it's going to go straight up. But it has just been hovering right off that coast. A tick left causes incredible impact.
Bill Cairns was explaining to us earlier today the impact of what has been happening with the 2-3 days now, hovering over the Bahamas, that it's like sitting through a 2-3 day tornado for all those people. And by the way, Bill Cairns has been on duty here for like 2 straight days.
All right, up next, congressional Democrats reportedly plan to investigate Donald Trump's links to those hush money payments meant to silence 2 of his alleged mistresses. We are back in just a moment. That's what I thought he was on for.
Thanks for checking out MSNBC on YouTube, and make sure you subscribe to stay up to date on the day's biggest stories. And you can click on any of the videos around us to watch more from Morning Joe and MSNBC. Thanks so much for watching.